Welcome to MSU Inside Out. Alongside Jesse Rosfit, I'm Andre Livingston. Now, Jesse, we have a lot of great things going on the show. Make-A-Wish Foundation, and just some great things.
Yeah, we're going to talk about interviews with Study Abroad, Boo at the Zoo, and your interview with Scott Siegel as well.
Yep, an international film series here on campus. You know, it's just something great to look forward to. And alongside with what's going on campus, spring registration for next, for the spring. Here to tell us more about that is Josh Sandy.
Well, thanks, guys. Let's jump right into it and see what's going on this week. This weekend marks the beginning of the Week of Wishes. Minot State Student Athlete Advisory Council has teamed up with the Make-A-Wish Foundation to raise awareness and fundraise for children with life-threatening illnesses. Student athletes will be collecting donations from the MSU community and conducting a raffle during Saturday's football and volleyball games. Raffle prizes will include a football, volleyball, and soccer ball signed by the team captains, along with signatures from the 2 Make-A-Wish children who are serving as honorary team captains for this weekend's games. Sometimes being a grown-up is hard. MSU Life organized an event to help students deal with their stress and channel their inner child. KMSU correspondent Emmanuel Okiri has more.
Being in college can be stressful. M-Life organized an inflatable game extravaganza to help students relieve stress. M-Life Director of Entertainment Nikki Egg has more.
We felt that midterms would be a big time for everybody to be feeling stressed or feeling a little homesick, so we decided to bring out the kid in everyone and have a good time with different inflatables that they may not get to play on at tailgating, because I know at tailgating they have it, but there's so many little kids. Now they can run on it and play on it as much as they want to.
MSU freshmen explained why they attended the event.
Just to relieve stress, this is what this event is for. It's built for us to relieve stress and act like a kid again, pretty much.
Sophomore Chelsea Guys expressed how excited she was.
I needed a stress reliever today, and I was supposed to be here for MSU Life, and then when I came, it was probably the best moment of my life.
M-Life will be hosting a Halloween dance this Friday at the North Dakota State Fair Center. Nikki Egg has more.
There is the homecoming dance on Friday. It is at 10 p.m. and it is at the North Dakota State Fairgrounds. It's the big building that holds the All Seasons Arena.
This event started at 7 p.m. on the second floor of the Wellness Center. The event was free to all MSU students. Even I couldn't resist to express the inner child in me. To know more about upcoming campus events, like the M-Life page on Facebook. For KMSU, Emmanuel Okiri.
And MSU Life's next event will be the Halloween dance, and Jamie Council will actually have more on that later in the show. Last night brought us late night with Beaver basketball, and a great turnout created a fun and memorable night for Beaver basketball fans. Let's check out the action of the MSU students were able to star in. All right, we start off with the 3-point shootout, when our winner would end up being Terrence Williamson taking home that trophy. We then moved into a dance competition between the boys and girls basketball team, and the girls came out strong to the 80s classic Thriller, definitely wowing the fans with that one. We then moved into the boys basketball team, who were able to garner some crowd participation, even University President Dr. Steve Shirley, to the Casper Slide. In the end, it was the women winning that competition. And here we have Chris Fisher going up over the piece of paper for the slam dunk in the dunk competition, but it was Glenn Burrell in the end throwing that one down to take away the championship for the night. It was definitely a fun night for students, and with more fun to talk about, Bridget LaFontaine is standing by with Stacy Kenny to discuss Boo at the Zoo.
The holiday for candy, creatures, and costumes is right around the corner, and joining me is Stacy Kennedy. She is the coordinator for Boo at the Zoo, and and now tell me a little bit about what we can expect to see.
Well, this is one of our biggest events of the year. It's our Boo at the Zoo, which is kind of a premier event for kids. It offers them a safe place to go trick-or-treating. This year, we're offering different trick-or-treat stations throughout the zoo. We're doing story time, hay rides, train rides, just a bunch of fun different activities for the kids to do. They can dress up. They'll be giving out candy and different, every business that comes is bringing out different stuff. So
Yep. Okay, so there's a lot to see and a lot to do, and I know that the kids can come in the story time. There's going to be in the barn. They can go into the barn, and there's going to be some animals.
Yep, the Discovery Barn houses a lot of our outreach animals, and actually this year, since the weather is going to be so nice, fingers crossed, we're actually going to do the story time behind the Discovery Barn. We have a little amphitheater area, so people will still be able to walk through the Discovery Barn the whole time, and then, it's not so spooky story time, so we'll be telling kind of some kids' ghost stories, and it's great because it's going to be about a 15-minute session. It allows the kids to listen to the stories, and the parents just a great place to sit down and relax for a couple minutes before they start walking around. So
Absolutely, and it's October 25th. It's from 1 to 4, and I know that hopefully it's going to be nice out. And what else are these little booths that can kids expect to see and do?
What we did this year is we sent out an invite to all of our corporate members, and they could just sponsor a table, and basically they could bring any of their materials. So, for example, we have the Minot Fire Departments coming out, and they'll be handing out some coloring books, and different businesses will have flyers and pencils, and definitely candy. We'll have a lot of candy. The zoo will have some animal crackers, obviously, because we're a zoo, and they'll be doing some other cool activities too. Even we're going to be giving giant pumpkins to our bears and letting them play with them. So it's just a really cool thing to come see, especially after the zoo's closed.
That sounds amazing. Very, very fun. And I know last year, well, not last year, but pre-flood, you guys had the haunted house, but that won't be going on this year because it got destroyed. Can you tell me a little bit about what do you expect to see and do prior years or past years?
You know, the nice thing is after the flood, it's giving us an opportunity to kind of expand and really grow our program. So even though the haunted house may not be back right away, we may be able to offer some different things. And we have such a beautiful grounds area that we can always incorporate new things. And we like to change it every year so that it's not the exact same thing coming back to. So.
Absolutely, and thank you so much for being here, Stacy, and so many great things to see and do at Boo at the Zoo. And again, that's October 25th, and it sounds like a great, fabulous time for the kids and the family. So back to you guys at the studio.
Thanks, Bridget. Sounds like a lot of fun, Boo at the Zoo. Speaking of Halloween, what are you going to be for Halloween?
Well, I don't want to spoil anything right now since we have our Halloween show coming up next week, next Thursday. So I'll keep it as a surprise for next week.
Looks like our viewers will have to tune in to see Jesse's costume.
And yours as well.
I guess.
And as well, Jamie Council here for entertainment news.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to Halloween, and MSU is actually putting on an event for Halloween this weekend, so I'm going to get right into that. Halloween can't come soon enough for some people. This weekend is a chance to dress up in costume and dance the night away. MLife is holding a Halloween dance this Friday, October 24th at the North Dakota State Fair Center. The event kicks off at 10 p.m. and is free to MSU students with a current ID and $5 to bring a guest. Visit the MSU calendar of events, MLife's Facebook page, or contact Aaron Hughes at 701-858-3987 for more information. This week, Elizabeth dives back into video game news with a charity event and movie crossovers with Probably Gaming.
Charity and video games go hand in hand again this week with the yearly event Extra Life. Extra Life started in 2008 and has grown every year since. Gamers from all around the world play video games for 24 hours straight to raise money for the Children's Miracle Network hospitals. People can sign up to participate as gamers, or they can support any number of players on the site and donate money. The event takes place this weekend on October 25th at 8 a.m. Central Time and ends 24 hours later on October 26th. For more information, you can head to extra-life.org. Payday 2 fans are getting an interesting game update related to the new film John Wick. The free download will be the main character himself, the hitman John Wick, played by Keanu Reeves in the film. Release trailers up to this point show hyper-realistic action sequences that give people the sense of video game play. Lionsgate is playing this interesting by integrating their lead of the movie into another game instead of creating a game specifically for the film. The downloadable character is available now for Payday 2. The film, John Wick, will be out this Friday. That's all for me this week. For more video game news, you can check out probablygaming.com. Until next time, I'm Elizabeth Ham, and I'm Probably Gaming.
Elizabeth will be back again next week with more gaming news. Experiencing different cultures isn't common, especially in North Dakota, but the MSU Foreign Language Program and North Dakota Humanities Council explore a bit of France. Continuing with the Northern Lights film series, the powerful 2011 French film The Intouchables. This movie is about a depressed, independent aristocrat quadriplegic that hires a young man from the projects to be his caretaker. Although the two live opposite lives, a lifelong friendship is made. It's based on a true story and will be shown next Monday, October 27th at 6:30 p.m. in the Alshire Theater. This public event will have the movie and a discussion to follow. Parking on campus is unrestricted. For more information, contact MSU Assistant Professor of Spanish Scott Siegel at 701-858-4265. And I know, Andre, you'll actually be talking to Scott later in the show. So.
Yeah, I'll be diving more into that film and why they chose it and some different things going on.
Yeah, I've seen it. It's a really good movie.
I have not seen it, but I'll definitely have to go out and check it out.
All right,
Thank you. Well, we got some more great things going on in the show, Jesse.
Absolutely. Like Jamie just mentioned, you still have your interview about the International Film Series coming up. Also coming up, I'll be talking with Andrea Donovan about studying abroad upcoming this summer. Nolan will be here to talk more about last night's late night with Beaver basketball, and of course he'll have Andre's fantasy football picks. And Emily Madolin is back to tell us what weather we'll be having coming up. So don't go away.
Thank you to our underwriters.
Buffalo Wild Wings, wings, beer, sports, located on South Broadway across from Walmart.
All-American Trophies, established in 1983, located on South Broadway for all your trophy and screen printing needs.
Art Main, women's clothing, accessories, and art supplies, located on Main Street.
Digital Office Center, offices located in Minot and Bismarck, provides a complete line of Xerox equipment, supplies, and other services.
MSU Hockey Club, the 2013 ACHA Men's Division I National Champions. Visit us online at msubeaverhockey.com or on Facebook and Twitter.
MSU Athletics Department, NCAA Division II, promoting good character and a positive experience. Red Rising.
MSU Red and Green, Minot State University's official student-run newspaper.
Midwest Oil Jobs brings employers, retailers, and other professionals from the Midwest under one roof to connect like-minded individuals.
Creative Property Management, over 45 years in managing properties and finding tenants the right home.
Be seen, be heard on the Alshire, Black Box, and Amphitheater stages. MSU Theater, where we tell the world's story.
MSU Art Department, stimulating creativity campus-wide by providing exhibits and art events.
Fiance Bridal, located downtown Minot, and now you can shop online.
Pepsi of Minot, the local Pepsi Cola bottling company serving the North Dakota areas of Minot, Dickinson, Devils Lake, Bottineau, and Hettinger.
Rick's Jewelry, where you'll shimmer and shine.
Watney Realtors, full-service real estate agency handling residential, commercial, and investment properties. You can visit them online at minothomes.com.
Spicy Pie, pizza, grinders, beer, located in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Happy Joe's Pizza and Ice Cream. Good times to be together.
KCJB 910 AM, Minot's news and information station.
KIZZ FM Z94, Minot's only station for today's hit music.
97 Kicks FM, today's hot new country.
KZTR FM, Minot's rock station, 105.3 The Fox.
KMXA FM, Minot's best music mix. Mix 99.9.
Jacobson Music, family-owned music business with 3 retail locations in Dickinson, Bismarck, and Minot.
Beaver Brew Cafe, a coffee shop run by MSU students in the Beaver Ridge Plaza.
Minot Automotive, offering a superb selection of new 2014-2015 and used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Toyota models.
Uncle Mattio's, a place where everything is fresh, from pizza dough that's made in store each day to locally grown veggies that are delivered every morning.
KRRZ 1390 AM, Minot's classic hits.
KXMC, local news, weather, and sports.
Heatings, providing immediate sleep and furniture solutions for individuals, families, and commercial properties.
We're back here on MSU Inside Out with a grant from the North Dakota Humanities Council. Minot State's Department of Foreign Language is renaming the International Film Series to the Northern Lights Film Series. Here to tell us more about that is Assistant Professor of Spanish, Scott Siegel, and a teacher's assistant, Benjamin DeBrough. Thank you for joining us here on MSU Inside Out today, fellas.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you very much for having us.
Okay, jumping right in. Tell me what the Northern Lights Film Series is all about, Scott.
Northern Lights Film Series is a continuation of something we've been doing here since 2007. And we show international films, always with subtitles, in Aylshire Theater on Monday nights. Our upcoming one is French film, and Benjamin is our French Fulbright language teaching assistant this year. We solicited input from everybody in our faculty, and Benjamin suggested this film, and that's why we're showing it. We show films from a variety of cultures, not just the languages that we teach here at Minot State. We're very grateful for Minot State's support and also for the North Dakota Humanities Council in giving us this grant, so we're able to expand and attract a wider audience, both here on campus and also in the Minot community, which is growing and is increasingly more diverse. We'd also like to thank our restaurant sponsor, Bon Rao, the Thai restaurant right by Walmart. They consistently support us with a gift certificate, and admission is free, everyone is welcome, and we give everybody a theater ticket when they come in, and then as soon as the film is done, before we have a brief discussion, we give a door prize to the winning number.
So you have a door prize here. This is Bon
Absolutely.
Rao.
These are handmade Thai gift certificates that they have provided to us, and we're very, very grateful for that support.
A $15 gift certificate to Bon Rao. It's just a door prize just for showing up and supporting the film.
That's right. Well, if you have the winning number on the ticket when you come in, you don't pay for your ticket. Everything is free. But when we read the winning numbers, we might do it in French. You might win the gift certificate to Bon Rao. That's how it works.
Definitely. So if you want to win a gift certificate to Bon Rao, October 27th, next Monday, definitely come in and support the Intouchables. Now, Benjamin, you're the person who chose this film. Tell me why you chose this film.
Well, I could have chosen film, about French culture, Molière, and the past. But I thought I'm in America. There are some deals happening right now with Ferguson, with that girl who was arrested by kissing a guy, in the streets. And I was like, okay, this movie was very powerful in France because we have currently the same kind of problems to deal with our minorities in France than in the United States. So it could be a very interesting discussion. And also the thing is, that movie is interesting, but it's also very, very, very funny. It sold more than 50 million tickets worldwide. And among those, more than 30 millions were sold outside of France. So this movie is not funny only for French people, it's funny for everyone. So I guess people are going to enjoy it. But also at the end, we can have that little discussion about, is that racism? When this guy from the suburbs is not well received by, that guy with French aristocracy, and his friends are like, okay, are you sure you want to hire that guy? He's black, this guy has no pity. And he said, this is what I want. I want no pity because I'm disabled and I don't want somebody who has pity. Okay, so there's kind of, social issues and human issues that are very powerful. And I think that movie didn't work only because it was funny. It also worked because it was, powerful on the subject. So I think it's a good mix between interesting and entertaining.
That's great. The Intouchables, like Benjamin said, a good mix between powerful social issues that can raise awareness on campus. And definitely, we would like to thank Scott Siegel and Benjamin DeBrough for, just expounding more upon that. And I appreciate you guys coming in today.
Sure, thank you.
There's a discussion following that, October 27th, next Monday in the Outside Theater. Thanks once again. Joining us here also is Nolan with sports.
Yeah, I got a lot going on. You got teams back on campus this weekend with football and volleyball. And sticking with sports on campus, basketball season is fast approaching. And the Beavers welcomed fans into the MSU Dome last night to offer them a fun and exciting first look at this year's men's and women's teams. Chris Morgan has more.
A 6'1" junior guard from Houston, Texas. Late Night with Beaver Basketball is a chance for fans to meet the Beaver basketball team before the season starts. Head coach of the men's team, Matt Merkin, is looking forward to improving on last season's games.
That hump and win those close games. You got to try to shore up some of the little things. A lot of times in those close games, little things make a big difference. A stop here or a basket there. You've got to execute better at all times, but certainly when those games get close late, we've got to have better execution on the offensive end. Just keep moving the basketball until we get a great shot. Something that we've worked on a lot this year is not settling for an okay shot, but keep working until you get a great opportunity for yourself or for one of your teammates.
While all the hard work during practice helps, Merkin says the team and the coaches need the fans to be there to pick them up when they get that win.
You come to work every day and you practice when there's not a lot of people around, and that's where you can kind of build yourself as a better basketball player. But you know, the more fans that are out on any given night, or when we're out having fun, the more people that are invested, it gives you a little bit more energy. And it's not, you know, you have to be self-motivated as an athlete, as a student, but it's always good to see that people are behind you, people that care for you, people are going to lift you up.
Merkin also says there are a few leaders on the team.
But maybe not played as much in the past, and they're hungry to get out there and go. And when we practice so far on a day-to-day basis, we've had a different guy kind of lead us in scoring as we go. So we really need a great team effort to get going. Thomas Bork and Nate Burns are our seniors, and they both had great summers and should be great contributors. It may not be on the stat sheet every night, but I know those two are really consistent every day. I'd say some of our strengths are going to be our execution. We're going to execute better than we did last year and make those extra passes.
Beaver basketball is sure to be a slam dunk for the players and the fans. Reporting for KMSU Channel 19, I'm Chris Morkin.
Of course, you can catch the Beavers in action on November 23rd as they will play host to Mayville State. Andre Livingston is a man with many talents. He is an accomplished pianist. He has been shredding the streets on a skateboard since the age of 2. He also can run a 6-minute mile. But none of Andre's talents are as great as his ability to give fantasy football advice. Here he is now with this week's picks.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to week 8 of Andre's Fantasy Football Minute. This week, let's focus on those running back by committees. In St. Louis, Trey Mason is starting to emerge as the workhorse for the Rams. This rookie put up good numbers against the Seahawks, and I like him going forward. In Buffalo, Fred Jackson and CJ Spiller suffered injuries in week 7, not 6, but 7. Anthony Bowie Dixon carried the load last week, but I'd like Bryce Brown in the future. This week, they have a tough matchup against the Jets, but Brown is a great pickup on the waiver wire. For wide receivers, give me Doug Baldwin. He quickly became the go-to guy in Percy Harvin's absence. If he's on the waiver wire, pick him up as well. One more receiver is good old Sammy Watkins. He showed up against the Vikings, and I expect him to have another big game against the Jets. Well, that's all I have for my Week 8 Minute. Remember, everything will be great if you listen to Dre.
You can catch more of Andre's picks tonight at 6 on the Dre and Jay Show, right here on KMSU Channel 19. Also, I want to say best of luck to the MSU women's hockey team as they will be out of town this weekend for their first games of the season.
Yes, our very own Bridget LaFontaine heading out to Minnesota. They'll play Rainy River Community College. It's set to be a good one. Good start to the season for them.
Another thing I want to comment on is this little color scheme we got going on behind the scene.
Yeah, we have blue over there because Nolan wants the Royals. He picks the Royals to win the World Series. I have orange over here for the Giants to win the World Series.
I'm sorry, but I'm going to say KC in 6.
I said Giants in 6, so we'll see what happens. Thanks, Nolan. Yeah. So Minot State's offering a short-term study abroad program to Vienna, Budapest, and Prague coming up June 7th through the 18th. Joining me now is Andrea Donovan, Associate Professor of Art at Minot State University. Andrea, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
So you're heading up this project going over in June. Mm-hmm. Just tell me a little bit about this study abroad project.
Well, I'm going to start with, this is actually the 8th trip I've taken overseas. So every summer I take students. We've been to Ireland, Scandinavia, Thailand, and every time we have gone with the tour company, it's called Go Ahead Tours, and they give us a package price. So this particular price is just under $4,000. It covers everything. You know, really nice hotels, all of the flights, even between, like the flights between Vienna and Budapest, for example. So it covers everything, and food, and entrance into a lot of museums. It's something that I like to do, especially when we're going to places where they have different languages, because we have a local tour guide that helps us in every single place. So you might not know how to speak the language in Prague or Vienna, but there's somebody there to help people out. The main point of all of these study tours, it's a humanities course that's associated with, you can either go as a humanities course, you can audit it, but we talk about music, art, literature, and architecture. And the highlights, I mean, we're talking Eastern Europe. Vienna is the music capital of Europe. Budapest has just amazing architecture. Prague, literature. That's actually where Kafka, Franz Kafka, lived and worked. So and they have castles and monasteries and cathedrals. So we're going to see so many wonderful things. I couldn't possibly say it in even a half hour. But if you check at my website or the international program, or email me, or even outside my door, I'm in Hartnett Hall 140, I have an itinerary of what we'll be doing every single day. And just one of the best things about studying abroad is that it just opens up entire new worlds. I've had students come on one tour with me, and they've come second, a third time. You know, they just keep wanting to go back. Once you get the travel bug, you got to itch it. So it's just something that everybody always really likes. And so also this isn't open to the community. So you don't need to be an MSU student. I've had a mom take, who is an MSU student, take her daughter with us. I've had people go who are just living in the community. They really wanted to go to Scandinavia, so you know they decide to join the trip. And so there's ways that we can make that happen. So just contact me for more information.
All right, well, thank you. I think you pretty much covered it there. We have this, she has here just a little poster. You might be able to see these around campus.
You will be able to see them around campus.
All right, again, that's the short-term study abroad program coming up this summer too. Vienna, Budapest, and Prague, June 7th through the 18th. Again, you can contact Andrea at andrea.donovan@minotstateu.edu. Thanks again, Andrea, for joining us there.
Thank you for having me.
So that project coming up in the summer there, and summer weather, we've had a little bit staying around here, and Emily joins us now to tell us what weather we'll be having in the future.
Yes, unfortunately, I think those summer-like temperatures are coming to an end here pretty soon. Let's take a closer look at that right now in Minot. 66 degrees with those clouds are kind of starting to roll in a little bit, and wind is pretty light right now at just 8 miles per hour. Taking a look at some of the rest of the temperatures for tonight, it looks like it will be a pretty overcast night, and 47 for a low in Minot. Still not too chilly of lows. We're seeing those upper 40s, not too bad. Taking a look at Friday, plenty of sunshine, 64 for a high in Minot and a low of 45, 70 in the capital city, still not feeling too cool further south as we look at tomorrow night. 55 for a low, and it looks like we should be having mostly clear skies as we look at Saturday to start off the weekend. It will be mostly sunny once again. A little bit of cloud coverage, but we still will be seeing at least a decent amount of sunshine. Can't really complain about that, especially with our highs in those upper 50s. Looking at Sunday, once again, upper 50s for some highs, and it should be partly cloudy on Sunday. Wind anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour. Taking a look at our extended forecast now, we do have some sunshine to start off the week next week, but unfortunately there is a pretty big cool down in our future. We're seeing some upper 50s at the beginning of the week, but I think once we kind of get later into the week, things will start dropping into those 40s. So it's crazy. We had lows of 40s last week, and now we're having highs of 40s this week. So
yeah, it's starting to transition into fall.
Yes, it is definitely going to be feeling like fall, but we kind of held on to summer for a long time, so can't complain.
Yeah, thanks, Emily. So our song of the week for this week is Little Toy Gun by Honey Honey. Be sure to tune in next week for our Halloween show right here on MSU Inside Out. Good night, everybody.
I know you sat alone so many nights waiting for me. Cold, your face like a stone.